Hello balloon artists. Today we're going to be making a huge Halloween balloon display. Hi, I'm Melanie from Balloon Artworks here in Derbyshire in the UK, helping you take your balloon art to the next level. Take 4 11-inch rounds and double stuff them. So this just gives your base layer a bit of extra strength. And I'm just using a chopstick to do that. Inflate to 9 inches. Take hold of the inner necks and tie. Okay, so I've got a black there and a dual tone purple stuffed with black. Cross over the necks, wrap them round and tie those inner nozzles together. Place one to the other and just wrap them around. Okay, so that's what we've got. Take another 4 11-inch rounds and inflate it. Over the necks. Take one of the necks from the centre of your base layer and pass it through the centre of your next layer and then just figure eight that around. Okay. And then you can take one of the necks from your top layer and bring it through underneath and just figure eight around those bottom balloons. Okay, take a sand weight and pass it through the centre. And then again, just take that neck, wrap it around. So you've got your base. Take a 260, pinch hold of the tip end and push all the air out of the balloon and then just tie that into a knot, okay, which gives you a flat, uninflated strap. Okay, place this onto the neck of the foil and roll that foil up. Roll that neck up. Okay, until you get it to about that point, then fold that in half, and pinch hold of it and then tie this together. Got a nice tight knot, tie a second time. Okay, so we've got an attachment point for the floor now. And using these tails, just pull these down into the base of the balloon and wrap around. Around the base. Okay. Take some 5-inch rounds and inflate to about 3.5 inches. Twist, round them off, and then tie into duplets. Okay, make another one of these, take your 2 duplets and turn into a cluster. Take another uninflated 260 and tie into a strap. And wrap up that neck, fold in half. So we're fastening this off in exactly the same way we did the gravestone. Okay, and that's pulled tightly. Tie a second time. Okay. And then take your collar and wrap that around the neck here. Pull the tails through and just wrap those 2 around, and that will secure that in position. I've cut a couple of pieces of this stretchy balloon tape, and I've got a couple of little sections of 260 scrap backing from your stretchy balloon tape, and place your 260 here. And then position your other 260 in a cross this way. Okay, so you can see that and then take the tails from your Day for Dead and just tie them directly onto the tails here, in the connection point that you've made. And wrap the ends in around the cluster. Take another duplet and just pass that through the centre of that quad up to the floor, and that's just going to give your head a little bit more support. Bring that round. I've inflated the Qualitex Witch's head in exactly the same way as the other balloons and made the attachment point here on the gravestone. I'm going to tie the ends directly to one another. Then I've got a couple of clusters of 4, a couple of odds, which I'm just locking underneath the witch's head. And then I've got one more in blue, so I've done green and blue because we've got green and blue in the witch's face. I'm going to take the end of a 260 and wrap that into this cluster here at the base. And I'm just taking that strap across to this other cluster just to bring them together a little bit. Take a 260, I'm using goldenrod, and I've got a tail of perhaps about 5 or 6 fingers, and I'm just going to make a daisy flower. So I'm making loops of about 4 fingers or so. If you want the detailed instructions of how to make this daisy flower, then I'll leave the link to that tutorial in the description below. Entirely up to you whether you want to do 5, 6 or 7 petals on your flower. Okay. Just arrange everything. Oops, just arrange everything. And then you can snip off the ends, tie a knot, and just wrapping that tail a few times. Then I've just got a little 2-3 finger bubble. I'm just going to wrap in here. Okay, so I'm just going to use this little tail here to wrap into the cluster of balloons at the neck. Next, I'm going to use these U-glue dashes just to stick the 2 top foils together. So I just want just a couple of dashes. I'm sticking my U-glue dashes there. Just hold them in position just for just a few seconds. It doesn't take long at all. Bonds very quickly, very easily. Take an assortment of 5-inch rounds in Halloween colours and make some clusters of 3. So we're going to randomly size these to between 3.5 or 4.5 inches or so. So just make your giblets in the normal way, and then take a 3rd balloon, just let the air out a little bit, twist the neck, and then tie that into, and you've got a cluster of 3 there. Take a 260 and wrap the tip around several times, and if you like you can actually tie that into the end to secure it, and then take another cluster of 3, squeeze the air out to the end and wrap the other end of that 260. into that cluster. Okay, so you've got some stretch here, stretch duplets if you like. Take your stretch duplets and just add them to the base. Just to add a little bit of colour. And I've made some smaller clusters of 3 just to tie in at the neck here for the witch and the Day of the Dead head, and that's to tie in the colour scheme to the base. And I'm going to use some of the tails that I left here for attachment points. They're going to come in handy now. I very much hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my Halloween deliveries premium tutorials. I'll leave a link in the description below to my website. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos which I publish on Tuesdays. And I'll see you again in the next video. Happy Halloween!